Forsen pupe. League of Legends, 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 League of Legends. Imagine chasing after Western women, oh Meadowlark. 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 Oh Meadowlark, kick W, kick W.
Names, 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 names.
Good motherfucking morning, motherfucking bass. Good motherfucking morning, ladies. How we all doing today? This was beautiful. Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Might be Sunday. Sunday or Saturday morning. We good, chilling, Gucci, Tamaguchi. Pretty good. Thumbs up. Shite. Alright. We Gucci. Nice. Sub emote.
Forsen is literally Mao Zedong feels strong and Forsen is literally Mao Zedong feels strong and Forsen is literally Mao Zedong feels strong and Forsen is literally Mao Zedong feels strong man.
Alright, there we go. Sub raffle later. You're right. It is the first Saturday, not just of the
Deploying super
January,
intro
but
disruptor. Run, Shaitan. Run, Shaitan.
alright, very
Run,
good.
Shaitan. Run, Shaitan. Run, Shaitan. Run, Shaitan. Run, Shaitan. Run, Shait.
Very good. Okay, thanks. Ladies. Any cool, fresh, new, exciting happening in the world today?
Rahul, roll, Rahul, roll,
Okay, we get it, man. Yeah, man. Nice. New league season in a few days with lots of changes. Oh, I think we watched a video of that like a month ago or some shit where they added like some weird ass monsters in the river, right? Depending on what side is feeding the most.
Fun of Edge Clip Heart. H-I-H-I-H.
H. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, are we back in black, of course, for another episode of the God Gamer Show? We got some Sabaronis, we got some re-Sabaronis, of course, equally important to the Champions Club. And Nano Ivang, thank you for 45 months. Buddison, we got Too Smug. Salty Chives, 54 months. Rum Red, thank you. And 3 years on GC Kyrie. Thank you. Here's a cringe fist to make up for all these years. You've been by my side. I got a little bit of back pain today because I slept weirdly. I must have slept really weirdly. I had a back session yesterday, but then if you sleep poorly, then the muscles get fucked in the ass. Yeah, a back session. Back session. Alright. Is your shirt polyester? You need full linen shirt. Bro, I don't know what my shirt is, okay? I don't know what my shirt is, alright? I'm straight, okay? Fashion Friends molding. I'm straight, man, I swear. By the old gods and the new. Shut the hell up, man. Let's check out some links.
I'll be sending you a little present to assist you in your search.
Is this welcome to the game? Definitely not. I don't like where this is going.
Yes, I'm okay. Did you touch me? What is it? Can you tell me? A chair! Can I sit on it? Yay! Can you help me sit on it? Oh, that feels different, thank you.
Oh, that feels different.
Learn what? I can't do that! I'm sitting right now, but not in the air. I'm sitting on a chair. Yes, I'm sitting on an invisible chair.
Okay. I mean, I don't follow much AI, I'll be honest. But this seems like a quite well made game though.
What's sparring?
Weeb shit aside.
Okay, let me know if you have any other questions.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Genitalia, happy 1000. You totally got me with that name. You
Why don't I see?
Genitalia,
Okay.
happy 1000. You totally got me with that name. You totally got me with that name.
No! No mistakes. What is going on?
Loose cunt.
Nice try. Nice try. You're not gonna get me, Lou. I see you, Lou. Somebody tried to get me with a leaderboard name just now. Yep. I'm looking at high heel. High heel. Huge. I'm not gonna say the rest of it. And huge Janus tapping at my leaderboard.
The second word is beaver. I'm not saying the first one.
Eating beaver.
Leanne's bra. Was ist das?
You got me.
Coming in strong at home. Jack May Hoffer, happy.
Eileen Ulick, I see you. Norma Stitz. Oh, see, it didn't really work that well. Ha, ha, ha.
Capty's nuts.
You straight people are amused by the easiest sexual things, okay? I've seen it, I've done it, all right? I don't need to see this shit.
All right, it is. Fleck, Penny Fleck. Let's see. Diagnosed by Dr. Benjamin Stoner. Oh, the patient suffers from delusional psychosis and narcissistic personality disorder. Was found guilty of endangering the welfare of her own child. What? You said she's your mother? I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I can't release these records, you know, without proper forms. I could get in trouble. Look, if you want to bring your mom in here to sign, that'll be much easier. But I can't let this go without her signature. Okay? I'm sorry. No, man. Come on, man. Hey!
We went over this, Penny. You adopted him. We have all the paperwork right here.
That's not true. Thomas had that all made up. So it stayed our secret.
You also stood by when one of your boyfriends repeatedly abused your adopted son and battered you. Penny, your son was found tied to a radiator in your filthy apartment, malnourished with multiple bruises across his body and severe trauma to his head.
I never heard him crying. He's always been such a happy little boy.
Why does it think that's funny?
Today's topic is what kind of men do Filipinas avoid? So, what do you think that Filipinas avoid with men? So, here are the top 12 that I have here to explain to you so you will know. So, for the number 1, we have here men who have wives or girlfriends. Of course, guys, Filipinas will avoid the men who already have wives or girlfriends because they don't want dramas, they don't want a girl who will attack them, they don't want, in short, they don't want to be your mistress. They don't want to get that happen. So, if you man or if you guy have already wife or girlfriend, oh my god, the Filipina will avoid you because she don't have to have any problem, so, because that's a big deal here in the Philippines. So, number 2, men that shout and curse. Yes, maybe here in the Philippines we have different culture, tradition. So
my dreams
here,
are shattered.
Let's shout. We don't shout here like we don't hoarding our cars. We don't shout in the waitresses. We don't shout in the restaurants, in public places. So, if in your country it's kind of like shouting, kind of like curse, like what that, like that, and then pointing some bad words, it's literally not here in the Philippines. So, here in the Philippines, it's like calm, like the men or the women here is like very calm, even though they're angry. They will not shout, curse like, I will curse you like this, like that. No. So, if you grow with that tradition or culture, I'm sorry, but here in the Philippines, it is not that how it works. So, Filipinas will avoid you if you shout or curse someone. So, for number 3.
2 out of 12, Pog.
Men who have financial problems. Of course, guys. That's the one who Filipinas will avoid, even me actually, because Filipinas have financial problems automatically.
HAPILLY 77 septillion, 777 sextillion, 777 quintillion, 777 quadrillion, 777 trillion, 777 billion, 777 million, 777,000, 777 yama.
Another problem with them, that's a big no for them. They want to have a guy or man like is financially stable or will help them also. So that's the third facts here. So for number 4, we have men with drug addiction. Yes, guys, if in your country drugs is legal, here in the Philippines, it's a very big deal. It's illegal, guys. Drugs here, like leaves or what, it's like a very big deal here, and it's illegal. Maybe
well, you know what's
illegal
here? Trafficking, motherfucker.
So don't hesitate to do that thing, okay? Because if you want to date a Filipina girl, but he knows or he knows that she knows that you're drug addict or what, you smoke or what, that's a big turn off
Drugs
for her because she don't
or
want
smoking.
a guy, she don't want a partner who is drug addict or what, like. So think about it, guys. So if in your country it's legal or what, here in the Philippines, I want you to know that it's illegal. And Filipinas don't want men that using drugs or smoking more. So avoid that thing, guys. So we have here number 5.
Damn.
Men with excessive hair.
Maybe they have to drop their standards. This is quite a lot of stuff, man.
Filipinas, all of are here in a country is like less excessive hair, like no hair, like smooth. But me, look at me. I don't know where I came from because I have this hair. But what I mean here is like they have beard, they have like long beard. If in your country having a long beard or what in your face or whatever is like a turn on or like a good looking, here in the Philippines it's a big no. If you go see the Filipino men here, they don't have excessive hair. So that's the one thing important
I'm like
that
5 out
you
of
need
5.
to know, that Filipinos
I don't have financial
like
issues. I don't have drug
and
issues.
Filipinos don't like. So men out there who is watching this, I want you to know that the Filipinas with excessive hair men, they don't like it. So big turn off for them also. Because Filipinas is like a clean one, hygienic. That's why they want a guy to be like more presentable. So number 6. Men who dress poorly. Yes, also like that. Especially in the public places, like it is your first date and then you're wearing tank top, you're wearing shorts.
At the end of the day, they're willing to forgive all of these as long as you have money. Every single one. Without fail.
את יודעת כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
לא, זה גם לא מעניין אותי.
לא? למה?
לא מעניין אותי. אני הייתי עד 7 באוקטובר האמנתי בשלום ובשיח ובדו-שיח. אחרי זה הבנתי שאין עם מי לדבר. כולם שם מחבלים. לצערי הרב.
אבל ילדים, כאילו.
לא, אני אומרת בכנות, לא מעניין אותי.
אתה יודע כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
כן.
כמה?
כמה מדווחים או כמה? 35,000?
מה אתה חושב?
35,000, 30,000?
אני דווקא באום, זה פחות. 16,000.
16,000.
אוקיי. אתה מבין למה העולם כועס על ישראל?
כן, בטח.
אז מה אפשר לעשות?
פשוט לא להתייחס, פשוט להיכנס ברבא.
אוקיי.
כמו לשפוט בני זוג מהצד, איך הם רבים, איך הם זה. תהיה בתוכה בזוגיות, בלבל את השכל. שיש הרבה קטנה.
את יודעת כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
טוב, אז כנראה שנעצור.
את לא רוצה לענות על זה?
תודה.
אוקיי, אפשר לשאול למה?
כי אני לא חושבת שיש מישהו שהוא חף פשע שם. צר.
אבל ילדים אבל, נגיד.
הילדים מסכנים, אין ספק, אבל הם לא יגדלו להיות ילדים חפים מפשע, לצערי. אז לכן אני לא יכולה לענות על זה. החינוך, לדעתי, הכל מתחיל בחינוך. ואם החינוך הוא בעייתי שם, אז הם לא יגדלו.
מה אפשר לעשות עם זה? כאילו, מה אפשר נגד זה?
לדעתי, להכניס שם ארגון שישנה את התוכן של החינוך, וברגע שיחליפו את התוכן של החינוך, ושלא יהיה מצב שבו החינוך יהיה רק כדי להרוג יהודים, או שנאה, אז יהיה שינוי. כל עוד המצב הוא כמו שהוא היום, לצערי המצב לא ישתנה.
אתה יודע כמה חפים מפשע נהרגו בעזה?
15,000, 20,000?
זה משהו כמו 40,000 לפי...
40,000, אוקיי.
ואתה מבין למה העולם כועסים על ישראל?
כן, אני מבין.
למה?
כי הם חושבים שיש פה ג'נוסייד.
אוקיי, ומה אתה חושב?
אני חושב שמי שלא היה פה, מי שלא ביקר פה, אין לו זכות לדבר, קודם כל. מי שלא חווה מה ש... אני לא חושב שיש אף מדינה בעולם שזורקים עליה טילים, שמבצעים פיגועים בתוך הארץ, שככה על ימין ועל שמאל. בכללי אין צד צודק ואין לא. בכללי ישראל היא יותר השפויים, כי אנחנו לא מחפשים את המוות. אנחנו רוצים לחיות בשלום. אנחנו עשינו שלום עם סוריה, עם מצרים, עם ירדן.
לא עשינו עם סוריה, אבל בסדר, עוד לא.
כמו שהמשפט אומר, ברגע שנניח את נשקנו, לא תהיה ישראל, ברגע שהם יניחו את נשקם, יהיה שלום.
How many civilians have been killed in Gaza, from what you know?
Who gives a shit?
Okay, but don't you feel like, for example, children?
Children grow up to be Arabs. I shouldn't say this. I know, I read the numbers last week. My memory died on my cabin. I don't think children should suffer, but they're always casualties. And since they do a lot of pruervu, that is the natural result.
Do you understand why the world is so angry? Because they keep seeing so... Overall,
the world does not really understand what's going on here. They do not understand, grasp the concept that Israel was attacked. And Palestinians, there is no such thing as Palestinians. They're Arabs who have many countries to flee to and nobody wants them to. But if we do call them Palestinians, their parents use them as human shields to gain sympathy. The natural instinct of a Jewish mother is to protect her child. Palestinian women do not have that.
How do you know this?
How do you know this? Conathon, Alchemist, Godtolder, Mr. Excelsior TV, Metzer, Calibrasso, take a bush.
Chairman Mao said, "Let those internal and external reactionary cliques face us in trepidation. When they say that this cannot be done and that cannot be done, ignore them. With indomitable and indefatigable efforts, the Chinese people will steadily attain their objectives." The sun rises from the east every morning with rosy rays in myriad shapes. Our great socialist fatherland is in a... Our great teacher, great leader, great commander, and great helmsman, Chairman Mao, is the red sun in our hearts. Under the leadership of Chairman Mao and the Chinese Communist Party, under the guidance of the general line for socialist construction of the party to strive hard and strive to advance, and to get greater, faster, better, and more economical results, and under the three great movements of class struggle, production struggle, and scientific testing, our Chinese people have achieved great successes. Our nation's people's communes are further developing and consolidating. In the wide countryside, there is revolutionary outlook everywhere. And there is laughter everywhere because of bumper crops. They sing, "Learn how to do things on a large scale," and have the courage to do things on a large scale. Gather the red flowers which are blooming everywhere on a large scale.
Red flowers? Heroin?
The broad masses of workers on the industrial war front are fiercely engaged in revolutionization and fiercely breaking loose from foreignization to choose their own industrial development path. They are applying maximum efforts. They dare to apply maximum efforts. This spirit of applying maximum efforts is prevalent
Maximum
throughout
effort.
the whole nation. Throughout our great fatherland, the heat of revolution is generating everywhere, and a new all-around leap-forward situation is emerging. Our national defense industry, under the correct leadership of the party's Central Committee, the great leadership of Chairman Mao, Comrade Lin Bao, the close war buddy of Chairman Mao, and Comrade Zhou Enlai, is progressing at 1,000 li a day. Preparations for our nation's first nuclear test are intensely underway. Mao Zedong's thoughts guide us in all...
And were completed earlier last year.
Yeah,
Poor little guy.
he's okay now.
Where is he?
He's back at the beach. It was a little bit hairy for a while, but now he's okay. What about you? How's your project?
Great. 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 I'm in a really good groove now, so... If I get done early, I can... It's just... I just want to finish, so I don't have to think about it, you know? Maybe if I get done early, I can...
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, then don't let me interrupt you. Let's talk later. You seem a little distracted.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just... I just want to finish, so I don't have to think about it, you know? Maybe if I get done early, I can drive out there.
Baby, I get it. Don't stress. Do what you have to do. I love you.
Love you too.
Don't smoke all our weed.
I won't.
So this brings me to the question, why do people join in the first place? If the only requirement is to have this IQ in a certain range, what do people get from that? They get to talk to other people who also have an IQ in that range. You don't really need a society or an organization to do that. Well, I think there are a few different reasons. I think one is to hang out with other people in that range. I think that is actually a reason for some people. I think for others it's a sense of belonging.
No. I haven't spoken to I have spoken to one Mensa member, but non-related to actually joining Mensa. But the main reason is to tell other people that they're fucking retarded in comparison.
I think for some others still it's just something to do. Maybe they don't have any other interests, but they're interested in how intelligence works, or they're interested in philosophy or other topics they think that people in this range would really be interested in. Although someone can be interested in philosophy no matter what their intelligence is. I think for some it's insecurity. I think if somebody's insecure about their intelligence, if they had a tough time in school, or they developed some narcissistic traits.
Tough time in school? No Mensa member has a tough time in school. Is this guy fucking retarded? He's clearly not a Mensa member.
Could be behind some of this, maybe the prestige.
Literally the easiest
thing,
thing, getting top grades.
Really are in this
if you have logical and rational
range.
thinking.
So I think there is an appeal to
degree.
narcissism a bit. I don't think the organization was designed with that intent, but in my clinical experience I have noticed that when people are interested in joining Mensa, a good proportion of the time narcissism is at work there. They want to prove something, and again they're insecure and vulnerable, so qualifying or even joining Mensa can satisfy
Is this lukewarm IQ coping?
narcissistic need. Now, there's really no way to know someone's
It's literally
motivation
you,
to join
chat.
Mensa
This
unless
guy's literally you.
could talk to them for a while and kind of figure it out. But as a general rule, I've kind of figured out one component of qualifying or joining Mensa that has held true at least some of the time in my experience. If somebody wants to get in only, so if their mission is simply to qualify to get into Mensa, but they don't want to attend any of the meetings or be active in any of the different activities that they have, that really points more toward a need for admiration and the idea that somebody can prove their own worth, at least through IQ. That tends to be more tied to narcissism, right? That admiration and the need to prove one's worth. So if somebody's just trying to get in, just trying to qualify, that makes me lean a little bit more toward narcissism as a possible origin, as a possible motivation. If somebody qualifies and they join and they attend, they participate in the meetings, and they don't talk about it, they're not always saying about how they're in Mensa, that makes me believe that narcissism probably isn't involved. Again, this is not a surefire way of knowing. It's just the tendency seems to be there. So I think what this comes down to is that if you see someone who is narcissistic, do they really want to hang out with people who are in this high IQ range? So if their narcissism is specifically around how intelligent they are, would it make sense to spend a lot of time socializing with people who are also highly intelligent? There's not really an opportunity there
No, because
to
they're
show
autistic,
off.
man.
So I think that qualifying for Mensa might satisfy a narcissistic need, but attending the meetings or whatever they do, I don't think that would be a great way to express narcissism. So again, what I found is if somebody's narcissistic and they qualify, they oftentimes don't follow up. And if they're narcissistic and they don't qualify, they become mad at Mensa, they become mad at Mensa members, they think Mensa is for elitists, and they believe that IQ tests are not valid. Those are different expressions I've heard when somebody doesn't qualify. And this is really not just with Mensa, this is with really anything that someone who's narcissistic thinks they're supposed to be able to achieve, and then they fail to achieve it. So if they believe they're suitable for a particular job and they interview and they're rejected, they're mad at the company. They're mad at the interviewer. They think that the company's really worthless and they're really glad they didn't get it anyway. They'll say that. So we see the same types of expressions in a lot of different applications in terms of narcissism. So how one who's narcissistic reacts to Mensa is similar to how they react to other times when they might be rejected.
Yeah.
I think any time an organization of any type makes
Right
a
side.
rule about intelligence as a cutoff with intelligence, they're going to be at risk for this type of behavior. There's going to be a certain attraction to people who have narcissistic traits. So in one sense, we know it really is for some about this particular specialness that's implied with having a high IQ, with being in that top 2%.
My right side.
If there was another organization and the rules to get in were that you had to be at the 68th percentile and up to the 70th percentile, that would still cover 2 percentile, but I don't think a lot of people would want to join.
Sorry, what?
I mean, narcissistic traits. Expressions in a lot of different applications in terms of narcissism. So how one who's narcissistic reacts to Mensa is similar to how they react to other times when they might be rejected. I think any time an organization of any type makes a rule about intelligence and has a cutoff with intelligence, they're going to be at risk for this type of behavior. There's going to be a certain attraction to people who have narcissistic traits. So in one sense, we know it really is for some about this particular specialness that's implied with having a high IQ, with being in that top 2%. If there was another organization and the rules to get in were that you had to be at the 68th percentile and up to the 70th percentile, that would still cover 2 percentile, but I don't think a lot of people would want to join. I mean, if we're to be honest, a lot of the desire would be around paying this fee to join to feel accomplished. Again, not for everybody. I think some people join for the company and other reasons, but certainly, again, there's an appeal to narcissism that's inherent in this design. So another question I get about Mensa is, does it really represent the top 2% in terms of IQ? So let's just assume here that IQ accurately measures intelligence, although it only measures certain types of intelligence, and it's not really always accurate.
It measures the only intelligence that is relevant, which is logic and rational thinking, which is applied to everything you can learn. Right?
Accurate, but
no, you have to be textbook smart. You have to read a lot of news and politics. That's intelligence. No, that's not intelligence whatsoever.
It's not a bad way to determine intelligence. So let's just assume that intelligence and IQ are the same thing for a moment. And then looking at Mensa and saying, are the people there really in the top 2%? And the answer is no. If you qualify for Mensa and you join, and something happens and you lose IQ, which can happen, it's not what we assume would happen normally, but it can happen, you're never reassessed, you're never dropped from the organization. So just with that alone, we know that it doesn't represent the top 2%. But more so, the problem is that...
Chat, -4 wisdom teeth. The cutoff is at 131 IQ for the top 2%. 131. Alright, keep that in mind. I got plenty of wisdom teeth to go.
That you can get into Mensa without being in the top 2% in the first place. And I'll talk about how it's actually fairly easy to do that. So in order for me to explain this, I have to move into the world of statistics just for a moment and compare IQ and intelligence in a sense, like to draw a distinction between them. So in theory, everyone has a level of intelligence, and that level is unknowable, but it's still real. So if you meet somebody, they have different types of intelligence at work, but that intelligence, in theory, could be measured if some perfect measure were available. It's quantifiable. And IQ attempts to quantify intelligence, but it does so with some level of inaccuracy. And we call this variation. So if you have a true IQ, again, this is unknowable, but if you have a true IQ of 115, and you take a certain IQ test, one time you might score 113, another time maybe 108, and the next time you go in, you could be at 122. So there's variation. And we can quantify how much variation we would expect there to be. Now, when it comes to this top 2%, you really have to understand the idea of the standard deviation.
There is a variation, but mostly because it's, I don't remember if it was six answer questions. You can get lucky, basically, and you can have a bad day where you're tired or hungover or whatever, but yes.
And the normal distribution. And I'll try to explain this in a way that makes sense. So we have all these scores, all these IQ scores out there. And these scores are what we call normally distributed, meaning they follow the classic bell curve. Now we know that with IQ, the mean or the average is 100 points. And then
I read something retarded, I had to scroll up, but I missed it.
And as you move out from that, we would see fewer people that would have that score. So for example, we'd expect a higher number of people to have an IQ of 100 than have an IQ of 110 because of the shape of the bell curve. As you move away from the mean, median, and mode, which are all in the middle of the bell curve, you would see less frequency. And we know with any IQ test there's a standard deviation, so I'm going to use the example here of the WACE. That's what I based that mean of 100 on. The WACE is a very popular IQ test. And we see here with the WACE, it has, again, that mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. So we know that 68% of the population will fall within one standard deviation below and above a mean. So here's what this means when it comes to IQ, specifically the WACE is a measure of IQ.
You might learn something.
68% of people will have a score that ranges from 85 to 115, because 85 is 15 less than 100, or one standard deviation below the mean, and 115 is 15 points higher than the mean, one standard deviation above the mean. So now we have to move to the second standard deviation to understand the cutoff for Mensa, that 2% rule.
So, yes.
So as we move to the next standard deviation.
Now you'll get to 131 in the next deviation, which is the top 2%, right? And the other way, it would be 69. Nice. Alright? So, try to recall how often in real life you have met someone who you think have probably 69 IQ, like real Down syndrome, right? How, like severe. That's very rare, right? On the other side of the spectrum, it's equally rare to find me. Do you understand?
So in the IQ test, moving upward, that would be 115 to 130. Again, another 15 points. Now we see that only 14% of the population would be in that range. And between 70 and 85, there would also be 14%. So if we add up all these percents, we see that from 70 to 130 points, that's 96% of the population. And if we only look at the higher IQs, it would be 2% because it would be 2% on each side. So below 70, that would be about 2% of the population, and above 130 would be about 2% of the population. So with this in mind, and the idea of variability in mind, I'll move to explain why anyone can really get into Mensa, or many people at least could get into Mensa. So let's consider the mechanism that Mensa uses. There's really two ways to get in. You can take their test.
Yet this guy has not been able to.
And sometimes you're only allowed to take that once. Or you can take a private test. So this can be a counselor educator, a PhD social worker, a PhD psychologist, someone who's authorized to give certain IQ tests, and there's an approved list that Mensa uses. And they have to send the report in on their letterhead with their license number and their signature. And it needs some other information, of course, the test results and things like that. So that's all that's really required through that path. So someone could forge that pretty easily with all the different desktop publishing software that's available. But of course that would be illegal. But in terms of legal methods, because this is private, because somebody's going out to somebody with a PhD in a mental health counseling field, then they're going to select somebody. And if they select somebody and they don't have that 98th percentile score, they don't have to report that failure. There is no way to report failures. So someone can take IQ tests as many times as they want. And this is where we have a few different problems that arise. You'll remember before I talked about the normal distribution and the standard deviations. Again, if somebody tests multiple times, they're going to see their score fall in different places. Most of those would be grouped, of course, somewhat.
Not doing it on the first try, you should be out, you should be banned, exiled.
Close to what we think the true IQ would
Either on first fucking try, hungover, literally.
be, but some will be dispersed. So if you can test multiple times, eventually you can get a score in the qualifying range, that 98th percentile. But probably more importantly than that, with testing multiple times, is what we call the test-retest effect. The more times you take an IQ test, the higher your score is going to go because you're going to remember what's on the test. And this is the case for...
It's not the same test. I mean, I don't know if it's the same test, but why would they have the same test? That doesn't make any sense.
A number of popular instruments that are accepted by...
It's definitely not the same test. It doesn't matter. Sure, it's pattern recognition, but if you cannot memorize it. If you're stupid, you cannot memorize it. You still have to understand the pattern because it is 6, or at least 6 options. Or you have to get fucking lucky.
Mensa, like the Miller's analogy test, the MAT, the WACE I already mentioned, and the Stanford Binet. The more times somebody takes it, the better they're going to get at taking the test, and their IQ essentially, as it's reported anyway, will go up. They'll have an IQ of, say, 115 one time, the next time they might be able to push that to 120, then like 127, and eventually they can reach that.
This guy's full of shit. There's no fucking research that proves this. The ranges you can increase your IQ by doing, allegedly doing the same test over and over, which is not going to be the same because they will switch around. It's still just pattern recognition.
At 130 mark, which would be the score needed on the WACE, and then
131.
Qualify for Mensa. Now, one difficulty, of course, could be with money. These tests aren't cheap to have administered, so...
Cost like $15. Well, what? In a first world country, probably cheaper in a European country. 2 years on DJ Farmville, thank you very much, man. Chico, Peaky, thank you for the 1 year. Boop. Advice for 2025, play LA Noir and watch TV show Fargo, it's on Amazon. Fargo, I started watching that shit, but I don't remember.
This is Guess the Historical Figures quiz. How many historical figures do you know? Let's find out in this quiz. Do you know who this is?
Abraham Lincoln, I guess.
Abraham Lincoln.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Armstrong? It says it on his fucking...
Neil Armstrong.
It says on his fucking... Elvis?
Elvis Presley.
I don't know what this is.
Thomas Edison.
Oh, okay. Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
What's his name? Philosopher.
Benjamin
No,
Franklin.
okay, never mind. Benjamin Franklin. Why did I think he was a philosopher? I don't know. He probably was.
Henry Ford.
Probably was.
Isaac Newton.
Right. Is that Elizabeth? Or what?
Queen Elizabeth II. Rosa Parks.
Who? Napoleon?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Kennedy?
John F. Kennedy.
Anne Frank?
Anne Frank.
I have no idea who this is. Why does it look like it's Photoshop?
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, really? Okay. Luther King.
Martin Luther King Jr. George Washington.
You look washed out, man. Who?
Mother Teresa.
There's a science guy.
Nikola Tesla.
I forgot. Where's this one?
Richard Nixon.
Guy.
William Shakespeare.
Oh, yes.
Sigmund Freud.
Freud! Of course, Freud. Fride
Når
Freud.
dette her begynte å bli noenlunde, altså, da flyter de opp, og vi bare auser de ta. Mange med her nå da, 6, ja, og har jeg 10-12 egg nedi dette her rustje her. Her med nedi, godt og vel 2 pakker med mjøl, det er med steike nødde å ha. Ser du? Ser du? Ja, begynner å bli svelrør allerede, dette der. Denne her bruker jeg egentlig inne på stå, vet jo, det blir helt.
I can't translate because this is not just Norwegian, this is like
Dette går ikke det.
really countryside
Ta lite grann i
Norwegian.
1, 2, 3, 4, der, ja, da er det 14, cirka 14 liter.
I understand like 50%. Maybe.
Ser du, det begynner å bli svelrøret. Ser du det? Og så skal jeg vise deg et triks jeg lærte meg her nå. Ser du linja nedi, løft opp. Der var ingen. Løft opp, der ser du, der har du egg. Der kan du bare syse til sides. Egget må hatt oppi, mjølet må hatt oppi.
Maybe I understand like 80%.
Margarin, det dropper meg, det er faen, det er ikke i forhold.
Now that I have adjusted.
Ha litt mer, her med litt mer mjøl oppi i stedet. Så var det snøbyer dette her nå. Her, ja.
This would be the average sweet today if us Arabs didn't cultivate that.
Ser du, nå begynner det, nå Gikk der noe
You're saying that as if it's better or something.
Fer farge, altså.
What is
Det er
this?
bare å begynne å steike opp det. Klumpa seg nok i faen, altså. Da faen hvor vi skal få ut dette styr. Ja, ja. Her ser jeg. Vi tar
What is he
hva vi har for
making?
hånden.
I think he's
Denne her
making
kan vi
pancakes,
her
I'll be
endelig.
honest.
Kanskje vi skal få. Han skal komme til nytte inni meg. Vi se. Dette her er svært sjelden jeg gjør, altså, men det er for å få ut disse verste klumpene. Så. Helsikes, altså. Her får lov ikke ta noe. Dette her er typisk, altså. Når folk har lånt på hengere og setter den fra seg, og dette skjønt og hele dritet her. Hvor i faen nå er startsnorene på dette helvete her? Forbannede strit, altså! Er det sånn? Nei, faen, det er ikke sånn lukter av bensin og hele helvete. Nei, faen, altså. Det her styret her, det vet jeg. Forbannede helvetes makt! Og de skal ta igjen arbeid etter andre, altså. De låner utstyret, og i
Alright. I guess the pancakes were ruined by petrol. WhatsApp 11, Remagor just went on thing for 10 years. No message even. For 10-year anniversary, man. Thank you very much. Enjoy the badge. I think we have one. Sure is there, thank you. 121. One-upping him. Hypa. AFK not Misha 1 year. Forsen E. Beep. Makia with the prime sub. Welcome, welcome. Selfish fish. 33 months. Thank you, Sean. Muchas gracias. Spasiba.
Okay, here we go, right? Oh, hello everyone. I'm Dwight Howard, and since I came to Taiwan, I've gained a whole new appreciation of this country. This place makes me feel so much love, and I experience so much hospitality with friendly and great
Taiwan
living
#1.
environment with such a great diverse culture. Now, I would like to invite you and everyone to come out and experience the warmth and vitality that I have felt during my time in Taiwan, and even the opportunity to stay at the presidential office.
Howard, it's not just a quick visit. We are actually inviting them to spend a night at the presidential office.
The script is written that way, but are you really sure we can stay for one night at the president's office?
Yes.
The president's office? So I might even bump
just a
into the
two-star hotel,
president
man.
herself while going for a late night snack.
Yeah, and the stays includes breakfast and other tasty Taiwanese snacks.
That is crazy. I don't even know if that's legal in my country or not.
That's why Taiwan is a free country.
Okay, I like it. Let's do it again.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, action!
Now, I would like to invite you to participate and spend the night at Taiwan's presidential office building event. Yeah!
Nice. Looks nice. How do I win my presidential stay? She died.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Josh, and if you're somebody who wakes up with lower back pain,
Hey.
maybe it's dull, it's deep, it's achy in nature, and it
Not
takes
regularly,
you a few
just
steps
today.
to get moving, well, I'm going to show you one exercise that's going to help alleviate this problem. Now, before you get started on that, the number one reason why you get that is typically it's discompression, it's decompression as well, that happens naturally through the spine. So when we sleep, we naturally decompress, and there's an increase in pressure that occurs within our spine. So if we have compression to our spine, like a disc herniation or a disc bulge, as we sleep and we relax, we actually start to decompress naturally. And so that's our way of our body healing. But problem is when we have this herniation or this bulge matched with some of that discompression, we get really stiff in the morning. So what we'll do, simply before you even get out of bed, the first thing you're going to do is if you're on your back, you're gonna start here, just like this position, and you're gonna do gentle windshield wipers, right? Side to side. Basically, you're gonna just go back and forth, and if you need, and you have a little bit more discomfort, all you're going to do is stay here, go side to side. If you want, you can kind of collapse a little bit, but I don't want you slamming your legs like this back and forth. But you're just gonna go side to side. It might take you 10 times a side. You
surely
might do 5,
I will floss, Mr. Dentist.
and then you're going to just
this year for
do
sure.
that over and over when
Will
before you
be
get out
the
of
year
bed.
of everyday
When you're done with this,
flossing.
you're not going to sit up like this. You're going to roll onto your side, and you're going to push yourself up comfortably, and then you're going to get out of bed. But basically, what you're doing is you're taking that that compression, and you're wringing out
Pay
the
not a
towel, and you're getting some
narcissist.
gentle
Have you
movement
considered
with
trying
the spine
ayahuasca?
that helps
You
to
should
get
find a
movement
shaman
and
in
fluids
Mexico
going
and go
throughout the
through a
spine,
ayahuasca
and that will take a lot more
detox. It
pressure
helps a
off
lot
of the
for
spine.
people
So
in
before you
their
get started
midlife
with
crisis
the day,
such as
do a few
yours.
windshield wipers, and that should help alleviate your pain
I don't
when
have
you
a
first
midlife
get out of bed.
crisis. ayahuasca is literally just brain rot, man. Literally just brain rot. That's why every idea seems so fucking good.
Pause bonus. Hello.
Because you're lowering your fucking brain capacity.
Guys, I'm playing blackjack. Wait a second.
The Chinese for you, Lord?
Yes. Yeah, Chinese.
Nice.
Guys, hit someone, please.
What, man? You can't be with 3B. Why?
Why the 2B? Go 3, you pre-med. We hold mid and B.
Chinese brain. Brain is made in China.
The photo is so ugly.
Boga, boga.
Nah, these guys only have skins, that's all, no brain.
I can't win every game.
I'm happier that we lose fast. I was having a blast.
我真是操你妈的那个臭傻逼！他妈的弱智！
Boga, boga.
哦，可不卡，
That's how you sound.
But this is legit Uga Buga language.
弄你妈！You know，弄你妈的傻逼！
Good
From another galaxy, legit. From another galaxy, this language. Guys, sell your skins and buy some brain, please. Orange fucking bot.
Shut the fuck up.
What do I hear from Orange? 40 years old and no family.
A family more than you. Shut the fuck up.
Tell him.
Feels like I'm playing at the zoo, legit.
play 你妈的臭逼呢 ，play！操你妈的屎逼！他妈听得懂吗？哦，听得懂吗？你妈死了，明白吗？哦，不懂得这个语言，操你妈臭逼！你妈的臭逼嗨！操你妈臭逼！
og hafa appelsín í gleri. Menn eru bara að setja þetta á borðið. Ég ætla að skjóta styrir í hagkaup og kaupa blanki póka fyrir svona 500 kall.
The home of all the good stuff.
Suck is 3 cm dick. Suck is 3 cm Chinese dick. Micro penis.
Asian dick.
Ooga booga.
Sister, your brother, your mother. Ah, okay, Orange, okay. Let the troll begin. Your mom is gay. Your mom is trans.
Pump up, you can't lose this, guys. This is unlosable. Unless you're Chinese players.
Never seen someone worse than you.
Next.
哦，你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！哦，你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼！哦，你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！你妈的逼！哦，逼逼逼逼逼逼逼逼！
Forgot the schizopills död.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
Your mother died of cancer. The only match that I lose 13-0. It's with the Chinese people.
You can come China, okay? You can try.
No, you know what?
You
I'm
can come China.
Yeah, I'm good. You can stay in China, I'll stay here.
I can kill you. Yeah, you can try. You can try.
No, if I go to China, it's communism. You know, if I go to China, they execute me. If I go to China, they execute me. You fucking retarded animal, piece of shit, subhuman trash.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I hate you so fucking much. I hate fish IQ. Chinese morons with IQ less than turtles.
My ugly baby, my ugly baby, my ugly baby.
That's
Oh,
all,
my
look
ugly
left.
baby. Oh,
Look down, look down. Look down.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Let me fire. Oh, let me fire. You must let me fire. Oh.
Should we start the fire? Smerish, I think, for 1 year, man. Bahoy Daniel, Timpets. Welcome back.
How about I take my motherfucking goddamn covenant, chase you down in the middle of the motherfucking snow? You're running. You see a bunch of us in black cloaks running towards you. See me in a gold cloak. Big, tall, muscular, evil-ass motherfucker running at you. First I start off like this, because I don't need my full speed to catch you. Then I see you start to speed up. Then I start speeding. Then I just go, and I just sick my whole covenant, and they're just chasing you, running at you like wolves in black capes. They tackle you. Run, this is you, right? I'm me, this is you. Tackle you. Grab you. I call over rocks, signal them. Rocks come from behind you. I have all my covenant cloaks, ripping off your clothes, your ass naked to snow, stuck. Like this. Just stuck, and they'll hold you there. You're stuck. So I'm like, Rocks. I make the snap. Rocks rips off his clothing, flops out his BBC Junior on the fucking right ass cheek on the left, while all my covenant cloaks hold you down, and he just forcefully bumps you and chokes you. And just, and you're like, and he just chokes you, busting you, and just humiliate you. And I command my whole cloaks to stand around you and ejaculate bust nuts all over your frozen body, while we force you to lay there and freeze in the snow, bitch ass nigga. Suck my dick. Thank you for that 14 measly dollars too, faggot.
Alright.
How about I take my
That's I checked the same link. It was so good I had to watch it again. Hey, Dr. CD, think for 5 years, man. Drew the badge, 60-time champ, Forsen CD.
You seen the footage?
That's fake. Jews run Hollywood.
Fucking hell.
Let me see your dick.
You gonna shoot me? Put that gun away.
I hear you Jews do something funny with your dicks. Some weird Jew shit. Is your dick circumstanced?
Oh, is that what this is about? You're trying to see my big Jew dick, you fucking faggot.
Who are you calling a fucking faggot? Jew faggot. Now put that fucking strap on your arm. Put it on your arm.
Honey, what's wrong? Honey? Honey, what's wrong? I'm coming. Shit.
Keep driving, you black spear chucker piece of shit, nigger!
Fucked up the window,
Still want me to take your Jew detector test?
Everybody back in the house! Back in the house now! Shit.
Honey, you okay? You okay?
That's why we gotta get.
Okay.
Naomi slugging it out with the champion. Tough situation here. Nia Jax lifting Naomi up, looking for a power slam from the second rope. Naomi countered. Both women down. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes, Cole. We were wondering where Stratton was all night. This Money in the Bank coming down to the ring. Tiffany's gonna cash in. Tiffany's gonna cash in. Tiffany's gonna cash in. Nia's down. Nia's down. Cha-ching! Wait a minute, what the? Tiffany, what the hell was that? What'd you do that for?
Now, what a...
Oh no! Tiffany Stratton just blasted Naomi. Candace had the official distracted.
It was all a ruse.
And now Nia Jax with the Annihilator. And thanks to Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax retains the championship. You're right, Corey.
Here
it was
is
all
your
a
winner,
ruse.
and still the WWE Women's Champion, Nia Jax.
Now
Tiffany Stratton saying, Nia, go get yourself of Bianca Belair. And a headbutt now by Jax to Belair.
This is just uncalled for.
More damage to the tap. Oh, Tiffany from behind with a briefcase. Tiffany, why? Let Hooray into the post. What the hell is going on? Bianca Belair now. Belair gaining a measure of revenge.
That is mighty impressive, I must say. Not even I can lift your mom, chat.
Tiffany Stratton now going after Bianca Belair and sending her over the announce table. He's gonna do it! It's going out with the briefcase. Tiffany's gonna cash in. Tiffany's gonna cash in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany Stratton is cashing in her Money in the Bank contract.
Tiffany time is now. Stratton, prettiest moonsault ever. It's Tiffany time. Stratton's the champion.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton!
Ladies and gentlemen, Nia Jax.
It's ketchupy, chat. It's ketchupy. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. But we are done for real, man. That was a lot of brain cancer. A lot of brain cancer. You are here. It's your lucky day. You're about to witness the promotion to silver today. Very, very lucky. Some raffle, by the way, later. Let's not forget. First Saturday of the new year and the new month.